Kimberly Anderson.
Nice to meet you, Kimberly.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Super excited to be here.
Awesome. So, what brings you to the Goombay Festival today?
So I came today because I hadn't been probably since the 80s, the late 80s. And I know they had it last year, but I missed it. And I said I was going to make sure that I made it this year just to, support the local community and also just have a taste of the food, some of the music, and just kind of look at some of the artwork and just check out some things from the Bahamian culture.
And how have you seen it change since the last time you were here to now?
So the last time I was here, I was a kid. And when you're a kid, everything seems so, larger than life. I do remember lots of people in costume, lots of dancing. Um, when I first came up today, I saw the performers walking through, the canoes walking through, but I remember it being more. So I'm thinking, it's getting there slowly, but it's going to take some time to build to what it was.
So, do you have family here in Coconut Grove, or are you yourself from Coconut Grove?
So my father grew up in South Miami and had a lot of ties here in the Grove because he was Bahamian. And my mother also grew up in the South Miami area. And back in that day, like in the 70s, Coconut Grove, South Miami, everything was kind of, everyone knew everyone. So they were kind of here, there, and everywhere. But yes, I do have some family that grew up here.
And you mentioned your father was Bahamian. When did he get to Miami? Do you tell us a little bit about his story and his family?
So he was actually born here in Miami, but his father migrated over from the Bahamas. I've actually never, I was born here in the US. So these kinds of events are interesting to me because it exposes me to culture that I'm not used to seeing. Because even growing up, it was more Americanized than it was Bahamian for me.
Do you happen to know what year your grandfather moved from the Bahamas?
No, I don't. I know we have our family tree information, but I have to admit I have need to do better in researching and connecting with my ancestors and history.
No worries. So, do you still have family here in the Grove?
No, they've passed on.
Okay. And how have you seen the Grove change over the years?
Oh, so I remember back in the day, it was like little tiny houses. I guess they were all lined up. And now it's just you drive and everything looks so different because I actually work in Coral Gables. So I'm here a little bit more and I see all the construction and everything that's going up. So even on Grand Avenue, everything looks so different. Even the college, just everything.
And so, how have you seen the Bahamian presence in the Grove change since your childhood?
So it's becoming more of a diverse community. So you have a little bit of everything, and I think that's because of the building and a lot of the people moving out. So I think a lot of the original settlers kind of either lost their properties or couldn't afford their homes, or they passed on and their kids went other places. So it is definitely less of a presence, but I do think that there's still a lot of people here who are passionate about it, community activists and leaders. Just last night when I went to the dinner that they had, there was a lot of people there that are still vested in the Grove and still very outspoken about the needs of the community and preserving the community. So it's still very vibrant, even though it's small.
And so, do you remember from your childhood your grandparents who were Bahamian? Do you remember what their life was like here in Miami?
No, I mean I have because they died when I was so young, so it's kind of like not a lot there. So basically, the closest thing that I have come are these festivals, and that's why we used to go all the time, and then we just kind of stopped going because they changed, and now they're bringing them back. So I even brought my daughter last night. I'm like, oh hey, well you're gonna go with me so that you can see and hear people and hear the stories because the older people tell the stories, and you got to be around to listen.
Um, so, where do you currently reside in Miami? Did you have to travel far to get here today?
Well, I wouldn't say travel far. It was at least about 30 minutes because I live down south.
Okay. So,
So there was no traffic though. On a weekend,
yeah,
perfect.
it's wonderful. But is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, I'm just excited to be here and enjoying and seeing and eating. Actually, lots of comforters, my favorite Bahamian food, and that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.